Come and brew with us. This is RNGNT with Christine Kooky Solis and Sarah Skopic.
It's locked.
With your random sips of life and gaming.
Hello! Again, this is RNGNT. I'm your host, Christine Solis, aka Cookie, and I am joined by my co-host, Sarah Skopic. How are you doing, Sarah?
I am surviving somehow. Make it through.
We are all surviving. Oh man, it's been a month. So we do have a couple updates, but first, again, we want to welcome our Twitch streamers or Twitch viewers who are watching us on twitch.tv/RNGNT, like Omega Wiltall, Dark Flux, Charles Fails, Susan Sprinkles, The Pelican, and I was gonna read RNGNT, but that's just Lloyd talking in the chat. As always, we invite you to join us in our discussions at twitch.tv/RNGNT. Follow our social media so you know when we are live. It is random. We don't know what's going on with the schedule. I'm currently furloughed, so I don't even know when I'll be back to work. So it's going to be random. Sarah still works, obviously, as we talked about it last episode. Anyway, again, we read the chat. We read the comments. Come join us whenever we are on. And also, don't forget to leave us a review at Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Music, Spotify. I don't think we're on Pandora yet. I gotta look into that. But I did see that someone left us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. Ooh. They did, but no review.
Aw.
What the heck?
Come on, guys. I appreciate the stars, but I want to hear your words.
Exactly.
I want to read your words. Want to criticize, compliment your words.
However, thank you, whoever left us that 5-star review. We appreciate you. And again, if you are listening to this, please give us a review at the end of listening to an episode. Or if you've already been listening to us, give us a review because, help spread the word of this podcast, RNGNT. Just two gamers just playing and doing life stuff.
Yeah, life stuff.
And dancing.
Much dancing.
Anyway, so we're going to do, as in the beginning, we're going to do a little RNGNT update. We are actually still going on with our Alien tabletop game. Mm-hmm. Our last session is up on our website at rngnt.com. The next session is actually this coming Sunday on the 26th. So if you are listening to this podcast, hopefully by Sunday, please tune in at twitch.tv/RNGNT. We are having so much fun. Mm-hmm. Sarah crash landed us and we all got injured.
It was a hard landing. There was a polar vortex, all right?
What's a polar vortex again?
Nothing to do with the Coca-Cola bear.
Anyway, check out our sessions at rngnt.com. It's called Rolling in Stress. Again, with our amazing Dungeon Master Bill, and we have our cast members, myself, Sarah, Sunny, Lloyd, our producer, and Mac.
Well, his character's name is Mac. It's Skuro, but
Yeah. It's amazing dynamic, so we're all mad at Mac, so you gotta check it out and find out why. Also, we have a new critique. Again, TRT critiques are for games that we are reviewing. The last game that we had reviewed is Dreamscaper, which is with Lloyd. Lloyd, are you on the line?
Yep. So Dreamscaper is a roguelike beat 'em up. I would say the gameplay is akin to an isometric God of War, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
You go
through... What's an isometric, if no one knows what an isometric is?
So an isometric is a type of camera style. So instead of like top down where you see the tops of the heads of people, or 2D, it's basically in between those. So it's like at a kitty corner to everything. So you see it at an angle. It's kind of like a Diablo or the original A Link's to the Past is all isometric, so you can see more of the play field.
Got it.
So it starts off with a girl named Cassidy, which is the main protagonist, which I'm actually kind of happy to see that, like, we're seeing women be the forefront or the protagonist of a game. Go through a traumatic state, and in her dream she's fighting off these fears and aberrations that come to light, her nightmares basically. And during the day she goes through this kind of trying to think of the words to put to it, just talking with people to like get through what she's going through. It's like it like it's
like
hard.
a mental
Yeah, it's
kind of thing.
like it blends like depression and gameplay very well. Like I relate to this character very well, but it's really hard to put into words how I feel about it, if that makes any sense. But it's a really good game. I really enjoy it, especially the roguelike aspect to it.
Right.
But like you have dating sim stuff that's kind of interspersed with it a little bit, where you're giving people gifts to gain friendship and stuff like that. But I don't see any romantic side to it. It's just like going through the motions during the day and then fighting your nightmares at night.
Dark Flux in the chat is asking, so is it kind of like Persona, real life stuff? Then that stuff gets reflected into the dream world?
Yeah, exactly. Because like what you do in the dream world, or not what you do in the dream world, what you do in the real world gives you items for the dream world to progress farther, because it is a roguelike in the dream world. So you're like just fighting through a bunch of random dungeons to get to a boss, and then you get to a certain point where you can't really progress and die or wake up basically, and then you kind of just have to do the dream all over again. But that's how all roguelikes are, is you get to a certain point and just have to move on.
Got it. Well, if you want to check out the full review, well, it's not a full review because only the prologue is out right now. I think the full game comes out in summer. Is that correct?
Yes, and they're slated to put out a Switch release at some point too, which I'm looking forward to.
Ooh. Easy play and go.
Easy
kind of game.
access.
I know, exactly. Well, check it out again. That T Critique is up at rngnt.com. And like I said, we are here live at twitch.tv RNGNT. We actually have Twitch affiliate status, and again, we thanked William for helping us achieve that goal with some bits, and everyone who did subrogation. Why did I want to say subrogation? Subscription to our channel. That's up to you. It doesn't matter, as long as you give a follow. I rather you have you follow instead of sub, but if you do sub, that's great. We actually do have subscription emotes coming soon.
Super cool.
We actually got an update of it today, and me and Sarah are really excited. Lloyd is pretty excited too, because yeah, you just have to find out later.
Indeed. When it comes.
Soon, because like I think that was like the final review.
Okay.
And she just needs to send us the final.
The final stuff. The final files
Yes.
to import and stuff and things. Anyway, stay tuned. They're gonna be awesome. You're gonna love them.
we'll update you on social media and stuff. Oh, and
Thank you, Charles.
gifted a tier 1 sub to SK Rockstar. Thank you so much, Charles, for that.
We love you.
And if you don't know who Rockstar is, that's one of my D&D buddies. So,
Oh, yay!
Well, now he's subscribed, so
Yes.
join us.
Perfect. exactly. Again, new emotes coming soon. If you haven't checked it out on twitch.tv/RNGNT, do it.
Do it.
Do it now.
Don't let me get the Emperor Palpatine on you. Do it.
So how are we doing on this lockdown? It's been about a month now that we've been in lockdown. How's work doing?
Yeah, about a month. It's been going. My work had kind of a bit of an upside down, and now we're kind of getting through it and getting more used to the new process every day. So it's still working out. I don't know. I don't know if I've been as affected mentally yet. I'm always tired all the time, so I already sleep all the time. So that's really not new for me. But it's okay. I don't know. I mean, now they've just recently extended our stay at home in Michigan, and now they've made that we have to wear some kind of covering in public. Or else it's a misdemeanor if we don't. We don't have to have it like be medical masks. It can literally just be a handkerchief, but you have to wear something. So that's going to be interesting. But yeah, I haven't gone too crazy yet. But I'm sure it's only a matter of time.
Only a matter of time. Omega Will Tell in chat says, there's a lockdown? This is just my life as a shaman.
I know. It's kind of strange. I think I think really the hardest thing for me is that I just can't, even if I want to go out, I don't really have the choice to. I am more extroverted, but I haven't really been dying yet. I think because I've been pretty comfortable with the people that have been in my house, and I haven't wanted to strangle them yet. So I count that as a good sign. We're doing okay. So, but yeah, it's been interesting. Things are almost a little more stable at work now, but we'll see how that changes. Because it could change at the drop of a hat. So, yay.
Yeah, I'm currently furloughed.
Ooh.
I think last episode I said that my job is paying us for the next 30 days. So our casinos in Las Vegas shut down on May 17th for 30 days, and my casino's like, hey, we'll pay you for that. Sure, cool. And then after the 30 days, they're like, nope, you're furloughed. You're still an employee. You're just not going to be paid after your 30 days. Oh, jeez. Thank you for the follow, Scottis. If you hear that sound, that's what that notification sound is for.
Yay.
As I was saying, I am furloughed, and I don't know what's going to happen, but it's a good thing unemployment is in.
Yes.
I was worried about that.
Yeah, unfortunately, Michigan, from what I've heard, is still pretty bad on getting people on it, but I haven't heard anyone, personally in my life who's really successfully gone through the process, so we'll see. Don't need it yet.
Yeah. Our state is actually being, not our state. Our mayor, Las Vegas mayor, has been getting a lot of criticism because she showed up on that Anderson Cooper interview on CNN.
Yes, I heard about that.
How she wants Las Vegas casinos to reopen and be the control group of everyone, so see how it goes. I'm like, what? You rather put our lives at risk?
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Meanwhile, in Michigan, people are protesting being forced to stay in, which was interesting.
I think everyone's protesting.
Yeah, Michigan's just got a little more infamous because our governor is being particularly targeted by our president for some reason. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. I like how we're all eye rolling at everything.
So much eye rolling. Yep. As Charles says, sacrifice for the capitalist machine. Oh,
no. Yeah, our mayor's not going to get reelected. Let's just say that.
Yeah, for sure. There's no way.
Darkflux says they got their stay-at-home orders extended until the end of May in Illinois. That's a long time.
Yeah, ours is.
Yeah.
Ours is just till May 15th, but I wouldn't be surprised if they continued forward. Although they did kind of reopen things. We're allowed to golf now, so that's cool.
That matters more to my. Get some sun.
Yeah, it matters more to my fiance. My fiance's more excited about it than I am because she actually golfs. I don't golf.
Isn't it snowing in Michigan though?
It was. It's supposed to be nice this weekend. I don't know if it's gonna stay nice, but yeah, it snowed twice this past week. It was so funny because it snowed 2 days after the protest, and it was because the stupid people in Michigan, they were protesting because they thought the new ruling was that you couldn't buy seeds what it actually was is you couldn't buy seeds in like big stores because people were just loitering around Walmart buying seeds instead of just doing their shopping and leaving. And so they just made it that like smaller stores could still sell it. So you just went to the smaller stores, but people were mad about it because they couldn't plant their stuff. And then it snowed. And we all just went.
That's weird.
Just a lot of dumb people. A lot of dumb.
It's like the survival of the fittest is coming out right now with
It's-
this lockdown.
It feels like it, I tell you what. Anyway. Yeah, lockdown. We're surviving.
Yeah. A lot of things have decided they're going to cancel. For example, San Diego Comic-Con said they're going to cancel. That one was a big one to me.
Yeah. Are they being pushed? Are they pushing back till? Are they the ones that are pushing back till September, or maybe that was a different one I was reading?
I think that's a different
Okay.
one because San Diego Comic-Con says, nope, we'll see you next year, 2021.
Okay, different one. Oh, I think
Different one.
I think I'm thinking of Colossal Con. I think that's the one. I'm thinking of.
Maybe.
Different convention.
Maybe.
Not important.
Maybe. PAX West they said they're still taking place for September 4th through 7th. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it might be okay by then. Just
I mean, I hope it is for selfish reasons, but
Yeah.
anyway.
I mean, in October, your wedding's not going to be canceled, right?
I hope not. I mean, that's kind of where we're at right now is we don't know because there's a lot of rumors that we're going to have like a second wave in the fall and I'm going, oh, that's great. Right now, my main stress is I don't know if we're going to get our engagement photos done because we were supposed to get them done in May. I haven't emailed my photographer yet, but we'll see.
That wedding stress is showing up.
I'm just glad I bought my dress already.
Omega Watal says he hopes that Dragon Con is still on at September 3rd, and Dragon Con takes place in Atlanta. I know that Georgia governor said that they reopened some businesses there, so
We'll see how that goes.
we'll see how that goes. Exactly. I don't know. That whole second wave is kind of scary, but
I know. I don't know because their main evidence for it is A, the cold weather, and B, the Spanish flu, which that particular flu is mainly exacerbated by the World War that I hope we don't have. So, we'll see. Anyway, I'm trying to be calm.
you give a nervous laugh every other sentence.
This is my life now. We don't have a proper emote for that yet.
But for those people who are staying at home, there's a lot of stuff that comes on. Of course, we look to video games, especially us because we are gamers. Fortnite just very recently, did a Travis Scott concert in their game, and 12.3 million people watched. If you have not seen this, it's actually pretty amazing, and I want to log into Fortnite to see this.
Oh man, I haven't seen it yet. I gotta check it out.
Okay, so you have the whole Fortnite world, right?
Uh-huh.
You know what Fortnite is.
Yeah.
Then you have this giant Travis Scott in-game character, and he's dancing and singing, and everyone's just like little ants dancing around him. It is amazing.
That's great. That reminds me of the what's it called? Those concerts with I can't think what they're called, but the music anime girls that they have in
the hologram?
Japan sometimes.
Volcade?
Yes, that's what it reminds me.
Vocaloid?
Yeah, Vocaloid. That's what it is. I couldn't think of the name exactly. All concerts in our Vocaloid concerts.
I know. I mean, if you chose a game and have a concert in it, that would be great. Say Final Fantasy, well, of course Final Fantasy, because that's all I can think of right now. Final Fantasy 14, they just had their live letter. If you put the Primals characters in the game and they did a whole concert, just a whole event concert in a game, would be pretty cool.
That would be cool. That would definitely make sense.
Other than that, a lot of people have been doing charity streams for COVID-19. There was a State Farm tournament just yesterday with Valorant. It has some WWE stars. I only say WWE stars because I follow them.
Of course.
Right. And then Darkflix says we got Special K in Animal Crossing. He means KK
Yeah, Special
Slider.
K.
I call him
Yeah,
Special K.
Special K.
Speaking of Special K, I'm gonna switch over to that.
We have a surprise for all of y'all Animal Crossing fans.
So we are in game right now.
We're here.
In Animal Crossing, we have our own podcast
Hey.
studio in our Animal Crossing world. If you don't, I know you're listening to the podcast, but if you don't see it, we got like pillows, we got chairs, we got me and Sarah on a sofa, and we got Lloyd sitting next to Sarah with his recording outfit.
Yeah.
And headphones. We got Darkflex on there in the audience, screaming as a Jesus costume.
He's screaming
I'm
words of
guessing.
encouragement as Jesus.
I have to admit, Animal Crossing, we did say this last episode, but it really did bring a community all together. Let's just say that.
It's for sure. I mean, it really is because of the quarantine that I got this game. I'm not gonna lie. I would have probably missed out on it if I hadn't otherwise. I was just like, yeah, it's okay. But no, it's definitely a kind of a product now of its time, I feel like.
If you didn't have this game, what would you be playing?
If I was still in quarantine but didn't have this game, gosh, I'd probably be getting angry over Spyro. Maybe trying to do more Fire Emblem. Or maybe I would have finally maybe stolen the controller from one of my loved ones playing Final Fantasy VII. We'll see. I might still do that last one.
Oh man, that Final Fantasy VII remake. I haven't even played it, and I haven't even bought it, and I'm not really interested, but why would I want to play this game? Or why would you want to play this game?
So I never played the original. I'm gonna just say that right off the bat. So I don't have like my connection to Final Fantasy VII is almost more of a cultural context. Like I never played the game, but I was surrounded with it. So there is a little bit of nostalgia factor, but not as much. But honestly, it's just a really pretty well done game. I think like visually, what's most stunning about it is there is no difference in graphics between the gameplay and the cutscenes. You will play the game and then it will seamlessly go into a cutscene and then come out of the cutscene, which is crazy to me. The gameplay is pretty solid. Each character you actually can control each character. It's a real-time battle, and they all have different basically methods of play, and they look really fun. Even and actually on top of that too, you probably, if you know the story, I think unfortunately based on the ending, I think you may have to have some good understanding of the story to understand mostly what's going on. But even if it's your first time playing, you'll get a pretty good sense of it. But like the dialogue is legit funny. There's like the character interactions are really solid. And I'm shocked. Like I've never seen, like I want to be like, oh my gosh, like I can feel these characters getting together. And I think what's hardest part about it is the fact that it's going to be in 4 different games. So like, where are they going to help with how is it going to keep going? How are they going to keep this momentum? I think is my biggest concern. But the game itself looks really fun.
I think that's what bugs me, that it's in 4 parts.
That's fair enough.
Like, did they record everything all at once and then they're pulling it out in 4 parts, or are they still making the game to release it in 4 parts?
Based on how big this game was, they're still making the second one. There's no way. Like maybe they had started it before this game got released, but there's just no way. The amount of like attention to detail this game had to have all hands on deck, which I think is what's going to be really hard, is because there seems to be a lot of growth in characters in this game that's like part 1, and I don't know how they're going to really keep it up within the next couple of parts. That is my concern, but dang, it's a really well done game still.
Charles Fails in our twitch.tv/RNGT chat says it's 4 now. I thought it was 3. And then the real Hot Chili Pepper says we don't know how many parts it's going to be.
Oh, okay.
I think I only said 4 because there's 4 discs in the original Final Fantasy game.
I had always heard 4, but that may have also literally just been speculation from people I was talking to. I guess I hadn't really like dived deep into the research for it. So maybe. Yes, Red 13 is in this game. You don't really get to play him though. He's just kind of hanging out right now. But he is really cool. So,
Okay, so that's something I did not know about the first part that Red 13 comes out.
He
Ooh.
does, yes. You meet him and he's almost they don't because he's like right at the end. You don't really get to play as him, but he is there. So and he's pretty cool.
It's sort of a spoiler, sort of not a spoiler.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone knows who Red 13 is, so sorry.
Yeah, sorry guys. Yeah, the only time I've played this game so far was there was a mini game that my fiance couldn't beat, and so I did it for her. There's a really BS hard mini game. That's what it was. You go to the gym twice, once with Cloud, and you do these like squat competitions. Those aren't too bad. It's the pull-ups with Tifa that are bull. Those are really stinking hard. And she couldn't get the last one, and so I worked at it, and I finally got it. I was like pantsy by the end. It's really hard. But yeah,
I hear that's the fun part, the gym part, and the Honeybee Inn part.
Yes, they're both very
really
fun.
Amazing.
They're very fun. And it's probably the first Japanese game that I don't know, I can't believe I'm saying this, but they actually kind of took like gender nonconformity and actually did it okay in this game. I was shocked. Like, I don't know what it was in the original Japanese translation, but the way that the character, who's kind of doing this whole gender nonconformity, essentially, who basically puts Cloud in a dress, like how it's done and stuff like that it's interesting. I mean, there's still a little bit of like, haha, it's a guy in a dress, but it's I don't know. I know how the Japanese usually do those kinds of things, and this was surprisingly a little better. I was amazed. So it's a fun scene. It's ridiculous, but it's fun.
Now that you have played the first part of Final Fantasy VII Remake, would you go back and play at least the first part of the original Final Fantasy VII?
Oh, that's hard because it's so hard to look at, and random, it's RNG basically gameplay it would be tough for me, honestly. I don't know. I think like maybe, but I think it would be tough just because it's an older game, it's lots of textury, which is nothing wrong with that. But yes, the graphics weren't there at the time, but I think it would just be harder just because I'm not sure if it's going to grab my attention as much. I hate to say it. I realize I sound like a little kid whining about how the original Game Boy sucked, but that's the truth of the matter. I don't know. I certainly am interested in the story, but I kind of was familiar with the story already. Like, it wasn't new to me.
Right.
So.
Right. I mean, it's like one of the biggest Final Fantasy games out of the franchise, so.
Right,
everyone knows who Cloud is. And
yes.
You've met them in Kingdom Hearts, for sure.
Yes, oh lordy, yeah. Yep. Yeah.
And I can't believe there's a generation that thinks Cloud and Tifa and Aerith is from a Kingdom Hearts game, not a Final Fantasy game.
So weird. Oh my gosh, I never played Final Fantasy VII, and that's so weird. Isn't Sephiroth just that really hard, like, side boss in the Colosseum? No.
No, it's not.
Oh, he is a really hard side boss, and I never beat him in the first Kingdom Hearts game. He's really hard. Never beat him. Was never good enough.
Okay, so should I play it then? Like, is it worth it, or should I just wait until all of the parts are out?
I mean, if you're running out of things to do, I think it is worth it, actually. I think it looks like a lot of fun. But I understand also kind of the reservations about, like, where is it going to go from here? But I feel like in some ways, even if you don't play the rest of them, the first one might actually just be worth it by itself, really. It's just kind of fun in its own self-contained game. That's what I think anyway,
All right. I'll think about it, because I do have a backlog. I've had Death Stranding sitting at my PlayStation for a while now, and I still need to play that game. But again, Animal Crossing, what the heck?
I know. Oh no. Oh, that's right, because someone's coming.
Yes. So our screen just cut out because we have Susan Sprinkles joining our our studio in-game in Animal Crossing. Anybody can visit People's Islands. We did have a story recently where the Elijah Wood, Frodo Baggins, visited someone else's island to sell his turnips.
Oh my gosh.
Which is
No, I mean,
amazing. It's like
it's so great.
anybody can look on Twitter, see someone's turnip prices, and then DM them and on Twitter and say, "Hey, can I have a dodo code to go into your island?"
I know, it's so crazy.
It's the best. Like, I think there was who's the other girl in Game of Thrones?
Oh, I think it's Maisie Williams is her name.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Maisie Williams went into the Twitter world and go, "Hey, how do I Twitch stream? Because I want to show my Animal Crossing character."
Yes.
We love that.
Oh my gosh. It's so good. I love it. I love it. Everybody's just joining in one big happy family. It's my favorite thing.
But be careful because Nintendo also confirmed recently that 160 Nintendo accounts were accessed in hacking attempts. So,
Come on.
so Nintendo, good job when everyone's playing Animal Crossing. So double check your Nintendo accounts just to be safe and put a two-factor. What is it? A two-factor.
Two-factor
authentication.
authenticate. Yeah, I can't even say it either. Yeah. Alexa, can you play Taylor Swift's "This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things"?
Good song.
Yeah, it is a good song.
But yes, I think you should just turn on to your two-factor authentication on anything and everything anyway.
I know.
least
I
me.
really. Yeah, I think most things like they kind of force it these days. Like Twitch does pretty much. It makes you do it these days, so then I do.
Yeah.
'Cause I know Steam also wants you to, and I don't think I've set that up yet. Listen, convenience. But yeah, no, I probably should if I haven't already.
And also Nintendo Switch sales, of course, in March has doubled from last year. I don't know if you reported that last episode, but
I don't know either, but yeah, it's just gone up. I mean, it's so funny because I think they ran out, right? When the quarantine started, because everybody all of a sudden wanted to buy a Switch. And now it's just even more popular than it was before.
yeah, everyone has one. I think a friend was just contacting me today because people were going into my island this morning because my turnips was like 530
Nice,
bells per
yep.
turnip.
Mhm.
So I had that 4-hour period where like it's just constant in and out of people coming in and out of my island. But my friend goes like, "Oh my gosh, I want to play, but I have no Switch and it's sold out everywhere." I'm like, "What?" Like some people are
You want a
like,
Switch?
I know people are like selling it for like $400, $500
Oh my
on
gosh.
eBay, probably even more for like the Animal Crossing specific one. That one's a
Ugh.
pretty one though.
Yeah, I kind of want it now. Now that I bought the game, I'm like, wait, no, I'm a fan now. I can buy the pretty thing. 'Cause that's my problem. It's like, I see some pretty things. I'm like, okay, but I haven't played the game. I'm not a huge fan. But I played the game now. I can buy the pretty thing. I should buy the pretty thing.
If you can find it, that's
I
for
know.
sure.
That's the problem. Someday. Because I have, like, gray controllers. When I got my Switch, I got the gray one. Mostly because my fiance gave me the gray one because... she and my brother got the red and blue one, and we didn't want to confuse the three of them. So I might have to just get stickers.
Oh, and that's another game that I want to try. Darkflux says, I'm glad I bought my Ring Fit Adventure when I did because I've heard it's going for like 300 plus."
Oh, jeez.
I really want that because I need to do some exercise in this quarantine.
Yeah, I do too. I really haven't been at all. Well, I wasn't really exercising before. Let's not lie, which is terrible because in my field of work, I work with colleagues that are vegan and exercise 5 times a week. I'm like, talk to me later. So I probably need something like that. Right now, I'm like doing jumping jacks between sessions, and I don't think it's enough. Oh, even that's getting me out of breath. I'm so out of shape.
At least you're like jumping. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, that's like twice a day that happens when I remember. Don't feel that bad.
What is it, like three jumping jacks only?
Okay, 20 times each. I mean, it's not that bad. But like, I only do it like twice a day. That's like 30 seconds of workout. Not enough. Let's just put it that way. Listen. I'm here to live a good life, not a long life. Is that what the phrase is?
I've been actually cooking more, and it's really weird because I don't like
Awesome.
it. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just really time consuming. So like, I'm trying to find things that I can do easily, like within 30 to 40 minutes.
Yes, that is the hard
mhm.
part.
Especially when like the husband comes in, like it takes about 15 minutes to get home, but he doesn't know when he's gonna come home. So I'm like, okay, I don't know when to fix dinner.
Yep.
So-
Oh, it's terrible. We've had that. I mean, we've been pretty good at this house even before the quarantine. We were doing dinners basically pretty much every almost like 4 days a week, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday were crapshoots. It was DoorDash constantly.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was bad. But we are now pretty much only doing DoorDash like once a week, I would say. And now we're pretty much cooking out all the time, which is awesome. My fiance though kind of likes to cook, and usually is the one who starts dinner because my fiance has a little more flexibility with her job right now than I do. I kind of have to like stay in my office pretty much until I'm done for the day, and on certain nights that's not until 6 or 7 o'clock. So she usually does dinner. It's been working out. It's fine.
That works. But if
I
you
make
join
sh-
our Discord
Yeah.
on RNGNT, join our Discord and you can share whatever menus or recipes that you have.
Yes.
We probably need it in this time.
It's true. Yeah, I love it. Our biggest things right now in quarantine on our Discord are Nam's Corner for all our recipes and our Animal Crossing Corner. Been so popular right now. It's great.
We should put more stuff in the boiling point about these crazy people that are out there.
I really should. It's so funny. I'm usually more of a ranter, but there are just some things where I'm like, I don't even know anymore. Like, what do with you people?
Like our Las Vegas mayor. I'm just kidding. Anyway, we do have a lot of time on our hands. Like I said, we cook, we try to exercise. We have plenty of time to game, that's for sure. with
Yeah.
Animal Crossing.
And
But
watch
if
stuff.
we didn't have Animal Crossing, what are the top 5 games that you would repeat? Like, what would you play over and over again if you're
Oh.
okay with that? So like one of the first games is probably, of course, Final Fantasy IX. It's a long game. You can just grind and grind, find some different things in the game. Besides, I love the characters.
That's
And it's
fair.
one of my favorite games, so that's one game that I would pick. What game would you pick?
That's a good question. I'm trying to think. Weirdly enough, so for me, sometimes when I get like in that weird, anxious but sitting still vibe where like I can't sit still, but I also don't really have enough mental processing to really process big game things. I think for me, I probably would be doing Fire Emblem a bit. But actually, I feel like I'd probably be replaying a bunch of Phoenix Wright cases. And I know that sounds weird. But I'm familiar with the games. It's not super hard, like, gameplay at all. And I've replayed them many times. I usually know what I'm supposed to do. Or if I don't, I know how to figure it out. And they're just they're kind of relaxing. Because, even though something bad happens, you solve the mystery and there's justice brought. So I don't know. I feel like that would be very comforting to play right now if I wasn't playing Animal Crossing. So
Yeah, you said something about no mentalness or whatever. I think like Tetris 99.
gotcha. Yep.
I would go back to Tetris 99 and just kind of like, okay, block there,
Mhm.
turn, block there.
Yep.
That's
That's-
another
ye-
game I would play on repeat.
Yep. Random freaking online device visual novels would be the same thing for me. Just all these like stupid little visual novel games you can play in your mobile that you have to pay real money to get the good scenes for, but darn it, you do it anyway. But that would be that. Have you, by the way, speaking of mobile games, have you heard that? Do you play? Have you played Pokemon Go like at all? I don't remember if you.
Yeah, I
did.
have.
Okay. So I don't know if you heard, but they're doing, because they used to do community days, but now they're doing
Right.
like a stay-at-home community day where you
wait,
can
wait,
just.
wait. How?
So they're doing a thing. I didn't really read too much into it, but like, they're having kind of an event where there's. You do have to stay home. You don't need to walk around or anything like that. So the Pokemon come to you, but they're doing something like a mystery Abra thing where you see these Abra, but some of them are fake or something like that. I haven't looked too deeply into it, but yeah, Pokemon Go is doing a stay-at-home community event.
Okay, I am logging into Pokemon Go right now.
Yes.
Hi, Master Capelli, who just joined in the chat. We're talking about what games would you play on repeat or play over again if we didn't have any new games like Animal Crossing, no Final Fantasy VII Remake, no Doom Eternal, no Resident Evil 3. What games would you be playing on repeat if there's no games? no
new games.
game releases. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Charles Fails said Tetris Effect is also great for relaxing with Tetris. Exactly. I love the soundtrack of Tetris Effect. You don't even need to play the freaking game. You just can play the freaking soundtrack and read a book or something.
Yeah. Because, it's meant to be really, it's meant to be concentrating music, so it's probably very relaxing, because it keeps you focused, I bet.
Yes, I love the music so much. They were selling a vinyl and the digital download for that, and yeah, I missed out on that. But I'm like, what would I do with a vinyl? I don't even have a vinyl player, record player.
My goodness.
Scarrow Trash Panda TV says I'll probably try to get into an MMO or just find a game that is ongoing service style game. Like what game? It looks like Lloyd says he was playing World of Warcraft earlier. Final Fantasy 14 I guess is ongoing, but what if they didn't have any patch?
I've been super tempted. I think Elder Scrolls is having like a free trial event, or they did. I may have missed it. I've been really tempted to try it though. I might. I don't know. Charles Fail says he's going to try Steins Gate again. You should do Steins Gate again. Steins Gate is great. It's got some weirdness in the visual novel. The show is kind of weird too, but I love Steins Gate. Sorry. We recently, I think I mentioned how when I have to do my work, we had to redo the office next door because the nature of my work and my fiance's work, we cannot be in the same room. And we just I had gotten this like vinyl poster of Steins Gate, and it was huge, and we hung it up in the office. So now I see it every day when I go to work. So it's nice. It's a good one. It's a good visual novel.
I keep getting recommendation of that or Steins Gate, but we still gotta watch the anime too. So
you can play it first. It's the true ending. I'll just tell you that much. The anime does the true ending, so you could play it first and then watch it. I don't know, whatever. You're the one you used to like Fate Stay Night, so you do what's good for you. So.
And Charles Fails also said Witcher 3, which I have not tried yet.
I haven't yet either. No, my brother though, because we watched the Witcher TV series. My brother was inspired to play and technically replay Witcher 1, 2, and 3, which any Witcher fans are gonna go, oh god.
That's a lot.
It's a lot, especially since the first game is not that good. And no, he played it all the way through. Witcher 3 is apparently a really great game. It's just, I don't know. I think it's a very long game. I think is part of the issue. I don't know. I've heard it's really good though.
If we have the time. Omega Volta says he found his password for Phantasy Star Online 2 for the Japanese servers after 5 years. So he's playing that until the North American servers launch for PC. It's already out on Xbox One if you have an Xbox One. But who owns an Xbox One nowadays? I'm just kidding.
I know, right? I know one person who does, and that is about it. And I don't even know why they got it.
You're right. I know only one person who has it, and that's my brother. But he's like a true diehard Xbox fan, so which I don't mind. I'm just... Come to PlayStation.
Yeah, exactly.
Come to PlayStation, bro.
Yeah. Lloyd, the reason apparently you do play the first two Witcher games, I guess a little bit of it does carry over into each other. I guess there are some things that can carry over to Witcher 3, and some things are put into better context. Otherwise, I don't really know because I heard they sucked. Although I guess apparently Witcher 2 is not as bad. I don't know. My brother was swearing at all 3 of them, so I couldn't tell you. But he swears at all the games he plays, so I guess it's not an indication. I'm pretty sure he was about to break his game controller when he played Dark Souls, but he still says it's one of his favorite games. So I don't know, man.
Ugh, that's scary.
Yeah, I know.
Dark Souls is his favorite game.
Not his favorite, but he loves it to death. He tried to make me play it, and I said no.
That's scary. That's scary.
Yeah.
Charles Fails also said he was 60 hours into Witcher 3 but fell off because the end was nowhere in sight.
Yeah, it's a very long game, from what I've heard. It's very full. I think the problem for me is I just, after a while, when you have a really big game like that, I think for me it's actually, I don't know why this is, but I think it's harder for me to get into a character that's like not me. Like I could do that if it was like a Skyrim game or something like that. But I think it would be hard for me to play a game that long that is meant to focus on one character and personality. Yes, you get to make choices, but still, like, you are Geralt. You know what I mean? I don't know. That would be my thing. But I've heard it's really good. It's just very long.
So you just need a female protagonist.
Probably,
like
or at least
Persona
something I
5
have
doesn't
choice
have.
in. I don't know, just something I have a little bit more choice in as me, I guess. I don't know. Probably wouldn't
yeah.
hurt.
You have Cyberpunk 2077 coming up this fall, so
I know. I'm so excited. So
it's
excited.
so far away.
I
It
know.
feels so far away.
If we're still in quarantine and I have to cancel my wedding and honeymoon, you bet I'm going to be sobbing while playing that game.
God, I hope not. That's the only reason why I've held off on buying airplane tickets for Michigan, because
I
I'm
mean,
afraid
fair
that they're just gonna
enough.
cancel, or Michigan governor is gonna be like, nope.
I know.
Everyone.
Yeah,
gone.
I'm just hoping we get refunds, but there's the nervous laugh again.
Do your nervous laugh in Animal Crossing. Oh,
there we go.
there it
Now it
is.
matches. Excuse me.
You're right. Anyway, I think that will do it all for today.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing much we can do during a lockdown, but just keep ourselves occupied with, if you are at home, at work, do it. If you have to go out, please be safe. Please
Yes.
wash your hands.
Use a mask or any kind of
Constantly.
thing to cover you. Anything like
Yes,
that.
use a mask. Anything. Just practice your social distancing and do something like this where you have Zoom or Skype, if people still use Skype, and say hi to your friends.
Yeah.
And again, join us at our Discord. I mean, we're always chatting no matter
Mhm.
what. I mean, I'm up at like 2 a.m. in the morning. With
Oh,
my
I
Animal
know you are.
Crossing.
I'll get texts at like 7 in the morning. Like, oh my gosh. Because I still have to get up early for work. So. Go to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, and Lloyd says, don't inject disinfectant, please. Don't do
Please don't. Just don't. Oh my gosh. Ah. Okay, there's my angry face. Ah. I just, guys, I don't even know what to do. Like when I first heard that was real, I didn't even know what to say. I just
Yeah.
never do.
I,
Anyway, just don't. We
again,
love you too much.
survival of the fittest. If they pass, I'm sorry. You guys are just too dumb. I'm sorry.
Someone decided that was going to work, and I mean, something was gonna happen one day or another. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, and again, if you're listening to this either Saturday night or Sunday morning, join us later on Sunday for Alien Tabletop. Max is in our chat and says that Bill suggested that Mac might be dying, and Mac is very
Oh
hyped
man,
about
who's
it.
gonna fix the ship? I see a pro.
Oh my gosh, that's our downfall.
We're gonna
Quick.
No, Matt can't die. We all hate him, but he can't die.
Again, find out our previous sessions at rngnt.com. Stay tuned to our social media. Find out when we are live here at twitch.tv/rngnt. We are at rngnt on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. I better start doing more on Instagram. I know I keep shooting myself on the foot with that.
It's okay.
And you can follow us on our personal social media. I am at Cookie Persona. That's KOOKY Persona. That's across all boards. Sarah, where can they find you?
I'm on Sarahscopic, SARAHSCOPIC, mostly on Twitter, but you can probably find me on Facebook too. I might say.
And then Lloyd, where are you at on social media? I know you hate social media, but where can they find you?
On Twitter, LLOID_RNG.
Wasn't that a different name before? I'm just kidding.
Trump.
He doesn't want to talk about it.
It's traumatizing. Anyway, again, thank you for staying with us until the last drop, and we will see you in the next episode.
This episode was produced by Christine Solis, Sarahscopic, and Aaron Pillen. Please support RNG&T by sharing this podcast with your family, friends, and fellow gamers and leaving us a review. Intro music in this episode is by Home, and outro music by Stupidoken. Check out both these artists and their music at soundcloud.com. RNG&T and its hosts are solely responsible for its content.